What's going on, Lethal Prairie fam? Just want to hop on here real quick. Apologize for the audio that's coming up on this video. We had the microphones way too far away from us, and we didn't know till it was already edited that it sounded like that, so I just had to do a bunch of editing to try to get it as good as we can. Moving forward, we're going to be doing 3 of these videos, going over pretty much each month. It'll be like October, November, then late season. So all the audio has already been recorded, so we're gonna every video is gonna sound like this. So I just want to hop on here again. Apologize really fast for that. Moving forward, we know the mistake. We're gonna change it, so the audio should be a lot better next time around. So hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're gonna be doing a lot of videos like this. Plus, we got a lot of action coming up for 2021. Me and Brandon have been planning a lot of videos, and we got some pretty cool stuff over the off season that we're going to be dropping. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you take anything away from this video cast, Rona was the only reason we didn't kill deer. 100%. Rona was the reason. The deer were social distancing. And then
my camera tried to social distance itself.
Your camera tried to social distancing itself from us. Hey guys, welcome to another, our first video cast.
First video cast.
Today we're going to be talking about our season, just recapping the season, talking about the lows, the woes,
the not so highs,
the not so lethal Nick. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and we're just going to kind of break it down from month to month through the deer season. Yeah, starting in September. So we
put out all of our cameras.
July, right?
Yeah.
Well, between July and September almost, like we just pretty much every weekend we go scout somewhere, put an arsenal of cameras out, and then our 2 big pulls are September.
Yeah,
and then
everything pretty much soaked until that point. And then
we did 2 polls.
Yeah, we did 2 polls, but we had a couple that we pulled, I don't know, once a month.
Yeah, if we were up there fishing.
Up there fishing or whatever. They're super close to the road.
Yeah, we just pull them because we were there and seeing what's going on and maybe being too excited. But these are cameras that are like low intrusive. We weren't field edges or...
You could get to it
right off the pathway
within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're not going to detour the deer movement at all. Like they're not even going to know that
I'm not that excited to go check a camera way in the back.
Which we did. I think we did a lot of that. We had a lot of cameras that were buried deep in properties, and I think we did a very good job of just not touching them unless we were hunting there.
Yeah, and we didn't touch them up until season
or after
our big pull.
Yeah. Well, yeah, none of those cameras got touched all summer.
And then after that, we would go pull them when we were hunting or close to that area maybe.
Basically, we were glassing, scouting, and throwing up cameras from July to September. And then when September came around, it was a lot more glassing. The idea going into October was to
know where the deer were at.
Right. Basically get a collection.
Yeah. Where they were at and where we were gonna hunt.
Yeah, opening weekend or opening week, just kind of to make sure, like, we got bucks in this area, we don't have bucks in this area, so we're not even gonna hunt this until the bucks show back up. So we're gonna concentrate our efforts on this property or that property or this buck. That's what it really came down to, was specific bucks, which leads us into Sasquatch. So
main target going into the 2020 season.
Yeah, and that was, what was it, July?
We seen him in July.
He was like half racked. Well, not half, but he wasn't fully grown.
But you could definitely tell that it was him.
Yeah, like you could see the splits. Well, I remember like I was standing outside of the truck because we just ran into some deer. But I just jumped kind of like out of the window to film him, and he was like, "That's him, it's him!" And I was literally filming the deer, didn't even know. And I'm like, "Really?" When he turned and took off running, I seen the split because he's got like 2 like his like G2s and G3s sit on top of each other.
Yeah.
And so we started freaking out.
Running off right now?
Yes, that's him.
It is.
Oh! Which that was the very first deer we ever filmed, ever. The first time me and you ever went on an observation set. Well, I don't even think I was a part of Lethal Prairie, really.
No, I was texting you about
public land.
Like, well, come out with me this weekend. We'll do an observation set. And
there's been history ever since. But that was the first deer we ever ran into. He was a giant. And so, obviously, we freaked out. Then
this year he's even bigger.
yeah, and so like last year, I feel like he disappeared on the cameras that we had.
Yeah.
So we just ditched him altogether. And this year we seen him.
Had him on camera more.
Well, we seen him July. The second time that we seen him was the day before season. Yeah. And then, so I guess we'll just go into like the entire season of hunting Sasquatch because we only lasted until about October.
Yeah, we didn't really go too much more out of October for him.
We had cameras stolen in that property. We never had him in daylight where you could kill him.
Yeah.
And he lived on private across the street. The
2 times we seen him, it was on private across the street.
And then down the road from it is actually, it's pretty much a sanctuary.
Yeah.
Like it's a no hunting zone. So you like a lot of our big, well, you've seen a big buck go into there at one point.
Yeah.
So we know they don't,
of it on my phone.
They don't spend time where you can kill them there. And we pretty much, once we kind of thought that was the problem, which was the end of October, really, we were like, all right, we're done with this property. We're done with chasing Squatch. And then we didn't get another picture of him. Plus all of I think all of our cameras got stolen in there except for one. 2 of them.
Yeah.
One we pulled early though. We just ended up yanking it out of there.
The 2 that we pulled, we got a camera stolen. We hunted close to one of our cameras.
Didn't realize it was stolen until we got down.
So we only got 2 cameras stolen out of there.
But we only had 3 once they started getting stolen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But we took one out, so you had 4. So there were still 2 in there. That's right.
So we came out of the woods, pulled this one, and then went back to the truck, and it was
all
like,
our other cameras.
Forget this.
Yeah.
We've had this camera stolen. Let's go get the rest of them out of here since everybody wants to steal all of our stuff.
Right. And that's pretty much what we went into October with, was hunting him.
Yeah.
You more specifically than me. I was chasing a different.
Attempted to hunt him.
Yeah, until you hurt yourself.
Tried to cut my hand off.
Right. So leading into October, from there, like our game plan was Sasquatch, and then I had that 10-pointer from the other property that I wanted to chase. And I think he's a good deer, but that's more of that property I've been trying to figure out for years. I actually killed that buck over there. In that property, and there's always big bucks in there, and he was like the biggest one in there. That's the one I wanted to kill early
last 2 years, there's been big bucks in there that showed up.
Yep. And they always disappear, which is really weird. So
it seems to be a Clinton thing.
I just think they have a lot of private they can just run to, you know?
So then
Kent, that goes in pretty much the beginning of October was the buck parade with Kent, which was awesome.
Yeah, he got lucky with that spot.
Yeah, so he ended up picking, which he's gonna be on some of our video cast too. So we're not gonna leave him out.
Sorry, we forgot about you this time, Kent.
I didn't forget about you. Yeah. This was literally planned last minute, yeah. Because we already recorded this, we had to redo it. But I went, that was the 2nd of October. Me and you hunted the 1st.
Yeah, so that would have been a Friday. Opening day was Thursday.
Then Friday I went and filmed Kent, and that's when we seen like 10 different bucks.
Because he had been watching these deer, and then he went and hunted and seen these deer.
Yeah, and then
Friday, and then you went with him on Thursday.
Yeah, he called us.
He seen him on Thursday. You went with him Friday because he needed the camera.
Right. So that was to Sunday when you broke your camera.
Broke my camera,
which was our workhorse, pretty much. Yeah. I had got the DSLR, but I only had like 2 lenses. Yeah. Didn't have a zoom lens. So we were really just we were really just going to kind of use that as a secondary camera to get some B-roll with and stuff like that.
Yeah. Definitely can't catch a break with this camera.
No, that's 2 seasons in a row that we've had to turn it in.
Previous season, I had to turn it in 3 times.
Yeah.
3rd time, they gave me a whole brand new camera.
Yep.
And then turn around this season, opening weekend, bent over to get something off the ground to put in the truck, and the camera just slid out. Because instead of bending straight over, I just kind of leaned. Yeah. And it just whoop, right out of my pocket.
Right, like right onto the concrete too. Like we were at the truck getting ready at like 2 in the morning, and you dropped it out of your pocket.
Straight up destroyed it.
Yeah. So that got turned into...
I turned it into Best Buy.
Yep. Back to, was it Geek Squad or whatever?
Yeah, Geek Squad. And normally, from the last time I turned in, every time I turn in, I get it back within a week.
But then the Rona.
But with the Rona,
we couldn't get no parts.
So it literally sat there from October to December.
Yeah. So if you take anything away from this video cast, Rona was the only reason we didn't kill deer. 100%.
Rona was the
cause of
reason.
everything. The deer were social distancing. And then
my camera tried to social distance itself.
Your camera tried social distancing itself from us. And then all the hunters, in a realistic standpoint, there's way more hunters out this year, which I'm happy for. Like, I'm not like upset by, but it sucks when you're trying to kill deer and they kick deer out. But we got more trail cameras stolen this year. We ran into more people in the woods than ever.
Oh yeah. We had a lot of people on our cameras and cameras disappearing.
Yeah. So October was kind of rough for you.
It was.
Dropped the camera. Then we just were stuck using my camera with a wide angle lens and a 50mm lens. So basically, if the deer weren't within 20 yards of you, you weren't getting them on camera.
And then I had my mom's Nikon camera.
That it wasn't even worth taking almost.
Yeah,
you probably would have done better with your phone.
It didn't like me. You'd go and record and it'd freeze and delete all your footage.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
It was irritating.
So yeah, I pretty much spent most of October. Well, you hurt your hand.
Yep. Cut my hand open.
So you were out for a few weeks, and then I was pretty much spending, when you weren't hunting, I pretty much spent all my time on that 10-pointer.
I was basically out 2.5 weeks.
Right. Yeah, you like sliced your hand open pretty bad.
Yeah, probably should have got stitches, but I didn't.
So the rest of October, I pretty much bounced back and forth between chasing that 10-pointer and trying to keep tabs on the property that Sasquatch lived in. I know that he wasn't hunting, even though that was more. There was 2 or 3 bucks in there that were like big. Yeah. So like we were getting pictures of really big bucks in there. So there was a couple different deer we would have killed, but we were specifically after Sasquatch. So I hunted the fringes of that. And then one day it was stupid windy. I went in and I had a buck come through the drainage, and all we had to do was probably make it 5 more yards. And I could tell it was a buck because he was just thrashing his way. It's super thick. He had to take probably 5-10 more steps to get out in this opening, and he would have been gone at like 5 yards. But like it does in the evening, the wind died, day winds died, the thermals took over, and that deer busted me. I don't know, he was probably 5-10 yards away from me. And then that was in Sasquatch. So I don't know what deer it was. I don't know, I don't know what deer it was. I don't know where it really came from. But once that happened, I kind of started hunting around the property a little bit, trying to see where that deer came from. And I never did. But we were continually getting pictures. They were just all at night. We didn't get daylight pictures in there until, like November-ish?
Everything was night, and then
it was studs. Like
they were always, we got a photo of them coming in and a photo of them leaving. And everything was in the dark.
Yep. And then Sasquatch pretty much, other than us getting the camera stolen, Sasquatch pretty much disappeared.
Yeah. He did his normal thing, and season hit, he said, see ya.
So October, pretty much swinging for the fences. I mean, we had a couple, like I said, that close encounter. You hurt your hand. We dropped the freaking camera. We didn't end up getting it back till in December. Yeah. So we were pretty much SOL. Someone had to give up a hunt when you hunted to film, which was normal anyways, but like that was pretty much just me and you passing the camera back and forth.
Last year we were kind of
that's how we hunted.
Split up a little bit more since we both had cameras that worked and were good.
Yeah. Which I'm like, I liked hunting together, and I liked us doing our own thing too. We got better footage that way. You go one way and I go another.
I liked it, but at the same time, like we hunted together so much last year, it was almost weird.
To hunt by yourself.
You get in a tree stand
by yourself, and you like don't have somebody to whisper to. It's kind of weird. Give you that. So sweet November. That wasn't so sweet for everybody but Ken.